I can take away, like, my level was really high for 2 sets, 2 long sets, which lasted like 2 hours 15. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of how quickly I was able to get my level up, to be able to compete with Alina. And yeah, I think that she gives you nothing. You really have to win the match and win the sets. And I think I did that really well in the first set. And then second set, I had a few chances in the breaker. Did the exact same. I went for my shots, which got me the first set, but I just missed them. So, that was it.
Questions?
Hi, David Long from Stuff. When Alina was here before, she compared the quality of that match to when she played Iga at Wimbledon last year. Do you feel that match shows how you can play when you are injury free?
Yeah, for sure. I think that to be able to play like that for 2 sets, my second match back, especially compared to the first match, I think the level was raised pretty quickly. And I think that when you play someone like Alina, like, it's very difficult to train at that level and train like that for 3.5 hours. Even if you do practice for 3 hours, it's not the same as having to, like, make your first serve every time. If not, she's on the second. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased that she compared it to that. I know it's the start of a very long season for me, and I'm looking forward to reflecting on the year and having this as a starting point.
What do you feel when it didn't go your way in that third set then?
My intensity just dropped, and I need to learn to maintain that better for longer if I'm going to compete with these players for 3 sets. I think that for 2 sets it was great, but you can't win all the matches in 2 sets. So if you want to go toe-to-toe for 3, intensity just needs to be higher for longer.
Maybe not having to do the media part of it, but how much have you enjoyed being at a tournament again and the buzz of it and being out in front of the crowd after so long away?
Yeah, super different. I think first match I was a bit shaky. I think that comparing the levels between the first match and this match, it's a big difference. And that's just 2 matches in, a very long time, 8 months. So I'm really pleased. I loved the atmosphere today. It was pretty insane. I think we had some really, really good points, first and second set. And it was amazing to have the support here in Auckland, but also back home in London. I know a lot of my friends and people have been waking up early to watch and support. So yeah, I'm glad to be back and, feeling the energy of the crowds. And special shout out to Harry, because I got a really sweet message from him. I think he's really young, and before the match I saw that. So sorry I disappointed you, Harry, but I tried my best.
Emma, Michael Burgess from New Zealand Herald. Another thing Alana said, she's played like 700 matches, and she said that the first 2 sets, the quality of those first 2 sets was among the top 2 or 3 matches in her career. So when the dust settles from your disappointment, does that fill you with a lot of confidence that you can reach the kind of level that she's talking about?
Yeah, of course it does. With the limited time on court I've had in comparison to her and in the gym, and she's been around a long time and she's achieved so much, and I think she's known on tour as one of the physically best players out there. And end of second set and third set, I don't think I really saw a second serve, so she really raised it when it mattered. But yeah, that for sure gives me a lot of confidence, and I'm looking forward to, in time, with more matches, more practice, more gym sessions, seeing where I can go from there.
It feels like you've sort of, since New York, you've lived your life on fast forward. Are you looking forward to things slowing down a bit? You talked when you arrived here about a reset. Are you looking forward to things slowing down a bit this year, or how do you see it?
Things never really slow down for me. I think people may have thought like, injury, you might have so much time on your hands, and no, I actually had even less. So I think it was all good time. My partners have really backed me and supported me even in a year out. So anything that I can do to give back, give extra, is really important to me. And also just being around them, you learn so much that I think you can apply to your own trade and your own industry, and just the quality control, the almost perfectionism, the detail, the planning, everything. It's like, wow, okay, people like approach a project like this, and how can I kind of take that mindset into tennis? Because I think a lot of the time on tour is kind of ad hoc, like, let's do that, like, that's the normal, but having a clear plan and structure, it seems to work in other industries, so applying it to my own was, good idea.
What kind of a platform have you got from this week in Auckland for what's coming?
Well, it's of course pretty exciting for me, I've only played 2 matches, and also my court time has been pretty limited. I've been training the last few months at the LTA, but I had a few setbacks with my wrists and ankles. So, to be back up to this speed after so little is a great sign. And of course, I'm disappointed about today because I was a few points away and had a few forehands mid-court, but at least I took them. I think I'd regret it more if I just pushed it in and let her hit a winner. So at least it was on my terms. And I'm looking forward to the season. It's just the beginning. It's week 1 of a lot more to come.
Were there any turning points in that second set for you?
Yeah, I was a breakdown early on, like first game, broke back, then another breakdown, 2-1, broke back. I think I broke back. Anyway, it was, so second set, I feel like it was really difficult because I feel the conditions differ so much between when you have like old balls and new balls. I think I remember serving at 1-1, and I had like the old balls that we'd been playing with that were fluffy, and I was just trying to generate, and it just wasn't really coming off, and I got broken. And she was attacking my second serve. She was attacking the ball when I dropped it a bit short, and then she got like brand new balls to serve on, so it was a little easier to hold. And just the difference between those two, it's a lot harder, physically to hit the ball with good depth, good quality when they're fluffy. So I think that was maybe a turning point, just getting broken so early on. But it's also difficult because after such an intense first set, it's like adrenaline high. Then you get like a 2-minute break, and I don't know what they're doing in between the sets on the court, like the kiss cam and everything. It's a bit odd, but and then you kind of like a small dip, you get broken straight away, and then you're playing catch up, and it's a lot harder to play catch up against a player like Svitolina. And she didn't give me anything. And then I think the other was I had a break point, I think at 4-3 her serve in the second set, and I went for a backhand line and I hit the tape. But I'd been making that shot all match, so that was a bit of a turning point. And then obviously 3-1 in the breaker. She played good tennis, and I think from 3-3 I had a few forehands in the middle of the court. Hit 2 long, hit 1 in the net, and then that's it. But first set I had the exact same forehands, I made them all, so at least I went for them.
Great, thanks everyone.